They walk alone, they don't beg for attention, they conquer without making noise. They are Sigma males, but what fuels their strength? Stoic philosophy. If you want to master the silent power of the Sigma, you need these 10 Stoic lessons. Subscribe to AREV, the only place where ancient wisdom meets modern masculinity. A man, a true man, does not break under pressure. He doesn't shatter like thin ice when the world throws its storms. He stands firm, unyielding, like a mountain against the howling wind. The Sigma male understands this. He's tempered by the fires of self-control. He knows that emotions, while powerful, can be treacherous allies. They can betray you, lead you astray, cloud your judgment. The Stoics, they knew this truth as well. Marcus Aurelius, a man who wore the weight of an empire, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." And he was right. We cannot control the chaos of the world, but we can control our reactions to it. In the heart of every storm, a Sigma male finds his stillness. He doesn't react, he acts with purpose, with clarity. He does not allow the world to dictate his emotions. He is the master of his own inner domain. Remember this, lads, control your emotions or be controlled by them. The choice is yours, but the consequences, they echo through a lifetime. Ease, luxury, comfort. These are the whispers of complacency, the siren song that lures men to their downfall. A Sigma male recognizes these whispers for what they are, the enemies of growth. Seneca, a wise old Stoic, once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." He spoke of the fear that cripples us, the doubt that holds us back. It's the fear of discomfort that keeps most men shackled to mediocrity. A true Sigma male trains his mind and body in the face of discomfort. He embraces challenges as a blacksmith embraces the searing heat of the forge. It's the fire that tempers steel, that shapes it into something stronger, something unbreakable. He pushes his limits, tests his boundaries. He knows that growth doesn't sprout in the soft earth of comfort. It thrives in the hard-won battles, in the face of adversity. Remember this, comfort is a seductive liar. It promises peace but delivers stagnation. Choose the path of challenge, choose the path of growth, choose the path of the Sigma. The world is full of noise, a cacophony of empty words, desperate pleas for attention. But the Sigma male, he understands the power of silence. The Stoics, they lived by this principle, speak little but mean everything. They knew that true strength isn't found in boisterous pronouncements, but in measured words, in carefully chosen actions. While others shout and scream, the Sigma observes. He listens, he processes. He doesn't waste his energy on meaningless chatter. He waits for the right moment, the right opportunity to make his move. And when he does speak, his words carry weight. They are not empty threats or hollow boasts. They are the pronouncements of a man who chooses his words carefully, a man who understands that true power resonates in the silence. Remember this, a barking dog might scare a few crows, but a wolf watches from the shadows, and when it strikes with purpose. Be the wolf. Chapter 4. The path of the Sigma is not for the faint of heart. It is a path often walked alone, a solitary journey of self-discovery and unwavering purpose. Epictetus, a Stoic who knew the sting of hardship, proclaimed, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." And what is true freedom but the ability to choose your own path, even if it means walking it alone? The Sigma male does not crave the approval of the crowd. He does not seek validation in the company of sycophants and sheep. He chooses his own company, even if that company is the silence of his own thoughts. He finds solace in solitude, strength in independence. He knows that the truest bonds are forged not in crowded rooms, but in the shared struggles of those who dare to walk their own path. Remember this, the lone wolf is not afraid of the dark. He embraces it. He finds his strength in the solitude, his purpose in the silence. Chapter 5. Pleasure is a fickle mistress. It seduces with promises of instant gratification, of fleeting happiness. But the Sigma male, he seeks a different kind of fulfillment. He seeks purpose. The Stoics, they understood this. They preached a life lived in accordance with nature, a life guided by virtue and meaning. They knew that true happiness, true fulfillment came not from chasing fleeting pleasures, but from pursuing a life of purpose. The Sigma male does not chase dopamine rushes or fleeting highs. He seeks the deep satisfaction of a life lived with intention, a life defined by goals larger than himself. He understands that the pursuit of pleasure often leads to a dead end, a hollow existence devoid of meaning, but purpose. Purpose is a fire that burns eternally, fueling him, driving him forward. Remember this. Pleasure might offer a fleeting taste of heaven, but purpose offers a lifetime of fulfillment. Choose wisely. Chapter 6. Motivation is a fickle beast. It ebbs and flows like the tide, here one moment, gone the next. But discipline is the iron rod, the unyielding force that carries you through the darkest nights and the stormiest seas. The Stoics, they trained their minds and bodies with the discipline of warriors. They understood that relying on motivation was like relying on a fickle wind to carry your ship. It might work for a time, but eventually it will leave you adrift. The Sigma male doesn't wait for motivation to strike. He doesn't make excuses. He shows up day in and day out, regardless of how he feels. He embraces the grind, the struggle, knowing that it is through consistent effort that greatness is forged. He understands that discipline is not a burden, but a liberation. It frees him from the shackles of procrastination, from the tyranny of excuses. It allows him to become the master of his own destiny. Remember this: motivation is a flickering candle. Discipline is a raging inferno. Choose the fire that will carry you through the darkest nights. The world is full of opinions, a chorus of voices vying for your attention, trying to sway your thoughts, to mold you in their image. But the Sigma male, he understands the futility of seeking validation from others. Marcus Aurelius, a man who knew the weight of 1,000 judgments, wrote, "The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know the truth." And well, he was right. The opinions of others hold no real power over you unless you allow them to. The Sigma male does not seek the approval of the masses. He doesn't bend to the whims of popular opinion. He charts his own course, guided by his own internal compass, his own unwavering sense of self. He understands that seeking validation from others is a fool's errand. It's a never-ending chase for approval that can never truly be satisfied. True strength comes from within, from knowing your own worth, regardless of what others may think. Remember this: you are the author of your own story. Do not let others hold the pen. The mind is a battlefield. It's the stage where your greatest victories and your most crushing defeats are played out. And the Sigma male, he understands the importance of controlling the narrative. The Stoics, they were masters of their own thoughts. They practiced self-talk as a way to stay focused, to overcome negative emotions, to maintain control in the face of adversity. They knew that the battle for self-mastery began and ended in the mind. The Sigma male does not allow negative thoughts to fester. He doesn't entertain self-doubt or allow fear to paralyze him. He is the commander of his own thoughts, directing them with purpose, with intention. He understands that the quality of his thoughts determines the quality of his life. He knows that by controlling his inner dialogue, he controls his emotions, his actions, and ultimately, his destiny. Remember this: your mind is your most powerful weapon. Wield it wisely. Life is a treacherous battlefield. It throws storms and hardships when you least expect them, but the Sigma male, he is prepared. He has stared into the abyss and he has emerged stronger. The Stoics practiced a technique called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. They imagined the worst-case scenarios not to wallow in negativity, but to prepare their minds for any eventuality. The Sigma male does not shy away from the possibility of failure, of hardship, of loss. He embraces it. He runs through the scenarios in his mind, prepares for the worst, and in doing so, he robs those potential threats of their power. He understands that by anticipating the worst, he develops a resilience, a mental fortitude that allows him to remain calm in the face of chaos. He becomes unflappable, a rock in the storm. Remember this: the storm doesn't break the oak that bends with the wind. Death, it's the one certainty in life, the unavoidable truth that hangs over us all. But the Sigma male, he does not fear death. He embraces it. He uses it as fuel. The Stoics lived by the philosophy of memento mori. Remember that you will die. They didn't see this as a morbid obsession, but as a powerful motivator, a reminder to live each day to the fullest. The Sigma male understands that his time on this earth is finite, a precious gift that should not be wasted. He doesn't squander his days on trivial pursuits or meaningless distractions. He lives with a sense of urgency, a burning desire to make his mark on the world. He knows that death could come at any moment, and he refuses to meet it with regret. He lives boldly, passionately, squeezing every last drop of experience from this life. Remember this: you are not promised tomorrow. Live today like it's your last. These are not just Stoic lessons. They are rules of war for the modern Sigma. Master them and nothing can touch you. Subscribe to AREV, where the silent rise begins.